Morning show starts now.
Coming up at 6, a tragedy in Tallahassee. Police are investigating after an 11-month-old is found dead in a car. We'll have the latest.
Plus, the candidate for mayor filing an ethics complaint in the capital city will explain. Thanks for joining us on the Good Morning Show. I'm Lenitra Bennett.
I'm Rob Nucatol. It's Wednesday. We got our pink on.
That's right. On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Atta girl, atta girl. We got a lot of hot to talk about, a lot of humid to talk about, and still a lot of showers to talk about. So like the past 2 or 3 days, we're going to have another one just like it today. Lots of those 15 or 30-minute downpour and done type showers. And yeah, there can be some humdingers mixed in there too this afternoon. I see 77 right now in Perry. I see 80 at Apalachicola. Bainbridge 75, Tallahassee and Valdosta 74. So it's kind of muggy out there to get us started, and it's going to be that way as we go through the entire day today. Showers around Franklin County and the Barrier Islands. More showers for the Taylor and Dixie County coasts. Got a little bit of lightning just south of the Jefferson County coast, and most of the activity we're seeing this morning moving from south and west to north and east. So that means more areas like Jefferson County and Taylor County and eventually Madison County going to start finding some of those showers. And I think as we get to the afternoon, they're going to be scattered all over the place just like they've been for the past couple of days. A very similar setup today with all the moisture in place, all the instability in place, and still some of that upper level energy. Now that should be able to control those temperatures. We did get to 90 in a couple of spots yesterday. We likely will get there again today, but those numbers are going to climb a bunch as we head towards the weekend and we start to remove some of the showers and even start to get some more blue in the sky. We've got a lot to talk about with this forecast. We'll get to it in just a couple of minutes.
Continuing coverage. Later today, an autopsy will be performed to determine exactly how an 11-month-old died in Tallahassee. The infant was found in a car yesterday afternoon. Officers were called to Big Bend Hospice on Mahan Center Boulevard shortly after 2 yesterday afternoon. Police say it was an hospice employee that made the call. A TPD spokesperson tells us the child was left in a parked vehicle for an extended period of time and succumbed to his injuries. Investigators were conducting interviews, but no other details are available yet. According to our First Alert weather team, temperatures in Tallahassee reached between 88 and 91 degrees yesterday. A study by San Francisco State University says on a 90-degree day, the inside of a car can reach 135 degrees after just 1 hour. So far this year, 10 kids nationwide have died in cars from heat stroke, according to noheatstroke.org. Again, we are still waiting to hear what caused the infant's death in our area. In other local news, FAMU is working to address student housing issues. Last night, school leaders hosting an online forum to answer any questions students and parents might have.
Yeah, the university hoping to provide clarity on the financial assistance they're offering the hundreds of students on their housing wait list. Brandon Spencer sat in on the forum and tells us more.
Hundreds of incoming FAMU students are scrambling for housing after being told no more on-campus beds are available, a problem the university is looking to fix.
What we are trying to do is get as many first-time in college students on campus. And the incentive is not for them to move off campus. And so the incentive for students already on campus is for upperclassmen.
According to the university, 93 upperclassmen have already accepted the $2,000 semester incentive to move off campus to make way for those students coming to campus for the first time.
So the priority in order is FTICs under 18, students with documented disabilities, and other FTIC students and transfer students.
Students who are waitlisted and then decline on campus housing before the 15th and scholarship students who have housing paid for are not eligible for the subsidy.
So it's really trying to have a significant impact on the cost for students for housing with the $2,000 and also with the meal plan, which is roughly $2,800 per semester.
The money coming from funds FAMU says they have maintained for situations like this.
We have been able to utilize funds provided specifically to HBCUs through the HERBS CORISA or the federal funding to support our efforts associated with COVID-19.
FAMU says they're learning from their mistakes to ensure their students have the best experience possible.
We are a work in progress. We'll continue to do that. we accept that responsibility and we challenge ourselves to be better. We're going to be better today than we were yesterday and better tomorrow than we were today.
And the deadline for the first 400 upperclassmen to accept the subsidy is this Friday, July 22nd at 5 p.m., but the university says they may look into extending it. FAMU also sharing that they're working to add 1,800 to 2,000 beds over the next few years. Now, this is a closer look at the numbers. There are currently 8 residence halls on campus, about 2,450 beds total. Now, as a part of a long-term plan, the university wants to add at least 2 more residence halls.
We spoke with an incoming freshman from Houston who says she's having to find a place to live. She says it's been her dream to attend FAMU, but this experience has been a nightmare.
This is like a really big thing with my mom because not only do I not have somewhere to live as a freshman, but I'm in a whole nother state. I'm having to learn how to sign leases on my own, guarantors and all that, like stuff I never thought I was going to have to think about my first year.
We're told several local realtors have reached out to FAMU to offer help to students. You can find that story on our website, WCTV.tv. One of the candidates for Tallahassee mayor says he's filing an ethics complaint against several high-ranking city officials. Whitfield Leland is one of 14 people on the Frenchtown Community Action Team. It oversees small business applications in the Frenchtown neighborhood. The city's policy and program development administrator asked that Leland be removed from that group. The ethics complaint argues Leland should keep the position because there is no city policy that prohibits him from serving in the role.
For us to be talking about transparency, citizen-driven programs, clearly the citizens chose me to sit on that review team, and the excuse that city management gave us is BS in our opinion.
Leland says when he sent the issue to the city attorney, he was promised a call back but never received one. Several city leaders are named in the complaint. We have reached out to the city for comment. They told our reporter Mike Rogers they had yet to receive the complaint and had no comment.
A Wakulla County landmark lost to Hurricane Michael is finally back open.
The Panacea Pier at Wooley Park is finally back in action. Our Stacey Inez brings us the story of how the community worked together to rebuild.
Well, people here in Panacea tell me with all of the town events going on at Wooley Park, they've created so many memories here at the pier. And of course, now that it's back reopened, a lot of people are excited and of course they are ready to get back to fishing.
That has been a very, very long road.
A long road to rebuild a 335-foot-long pier in Panacea after 3 years of a damaged one sitting on the edge of Wooley Park.
It was always one of those things, you know, a subtle reminder of what Michael had taken away.
This is what was left after Hurricane Michael took the pier out in 2018. Wakulla County Commissioner Quincy Messersmith says they started the rebuilding process in 2019, but the pandemic made things more difficult.
So what happens? Prices go up, dates change, patience runs out. So just having it open has been wonderful.
We kept wondering when they were going to redo it, and we had kept hearing stories and everything else, and now finally where it's back up is really a great thing.
Jean-Pierre Roberts has lived in Wakulla County for 12 years. He says during that time, he's enjoyed several family events at the pier. First built in 1998, the pier was destroyed once before by Hurricane Dennis in 2005, then rebuilt in 2009.
It's really nice to see them rebuild it and get it going because they always do a kids fishing tournament here. And the kids all come down and they give them free fishing poles.
And it's just become much more of a family kind of feel than it was before, to me personally.
Wakulla County says the pier cost about $660,000 to rebuild, and that money came from FEMA and the Florida Department of Emergency Management. Now, the first event taking place here at Wooley Park with the new pier in place is actually going to be the coastal cleanup for Wakulla County, and that's happening in September. For now, in Panacea, Stacey Inez, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
So we start on the day planner, going to have a lot of humidity out there, and I do think that's going to contribute to plenty of scattered showers again this afternoon, like we've been seeing for the past couple of days, and that probably means not just one wave of showers, but multiple waves of showers sort of scattered about throughout the afternoon. And that'll do a pretty good job of keeping the temperatures from getting too high, or at least even if they do get up near 90, they're not going to stay there very long. I think over the next few days, we'll notice those temperatures climbing as our rain chances start to come down. Right now, the best shots to get wet, that's over parts of Dixie County. There's quite a bit of activity and some thunder and lightning too, with some of those showers moving from southwest to northeast. Got a couple of smaller showers up against the Jefferson County coast and the Franklin County barrier islands, but right now the lion's share all around Dixie County. Highway 19 from Cross City up to the Taylor County line, real wet, and there's quite a bit of lightning to go on down that way too. Now, a lot of this is going to be just the initial stages of what should be another active day on the radar with lots of available moisture, very much instability, and still some of that upper level energy that really helps to trigger those showers. So you got to count on there being plenty of showers again today. Have the wet weather gear with. It's 77 in Perry. It's 80 at Apalachicola. We're at 74 in Tallahassee and 72 in Thomasville. The rain chances every bit as high today as they were yesterday. They start to come down a little tomorrow. They come down a little bit more Friday and for the weekend, and that's when the temperatures rise. Now, that doesn't mean the rain is done and it's going to be straight up blue skies and dry all weekend. We'll still kick up some of those afternoon scattered showers, but it'll be more typical late July stuff as opposed to what we've been having for the past few days that's been a little bit more unsettled and gray and gloomy. Of course, that unsettled and gray and gloomy have been keeping those temperatures from getting too high.